YouTube, how's it going? You know we're back with another Best Ball Mania draft. $15 million prize at hand. Let's see what we can do. Let's go to underdog. We're going to jump into this draft right away. Getting right to it. Right to it. Here we go. Jumping in this. NFL. Best ball. Enter. Yes. Waiting on 3 people. Here we go. Maybe someone joins the stream right now, sees this, jumps in with me. We'll have to see. I got seltzers today, not the regular, the Coke Zeros. No, I don't have any Coke Zeros. Unfortunately, I'm sipping on Spindrift. Yeah, some good stuff. Who's feeling a good draft today? I am. I'm feeling a great draft. Me, myself, all right. Family just got home, so they're preparing some dinner. I said, hey, it's a better time than ever to jump on this draft, waiting for 2 people. 2 people, man. Hopefully we get one of the regulars on here and we're able to rack in some views, you know what I'm saying? Get some people watching the stream here in a second. Gotta hope for that. As always, I made the cover myself, the YouTube cover. I did it, man. I made it. I'm feeling good about it. I'm saying it's going to get some clicks, all right? We got Christian McCaffrey. We got Justin Jefferson. We have Josh Allen on there. But you know what it is, man. One person away. But it's going to be good. I was hoping we could have some of the viewers get in on this and play with me, get this game going on, this competition between us. But it's looking like no one is about to join. And it's just me going against the world. And I'm at 1, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm going Ice JJ Fish at 1. I'm letting you know right away who I'm picking. This is nice because I'm going to get the bounce back. I'm going to go back to back right after this. And make a pick. Make the selection. You know who it's going to be. I'm very close to saying, all right, let's go Christian McCaffrey, number 1 overall. If I was at the 2 position, I would go Christian McCaffrey. I like Christian McCaffrey a lot. But I got to say, I'm going for Ice JJ Fish. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I'm going to let the people know right away I'm going Justin Jefferson. Christian McCaffrey's still on the board. There we go. He gets selected. Amazing if Christian McCaffrey fell to 5. Can you imagine him falling any farther than 3? That would be amazing. Tyreek Hill at the 4. I agree with that. I've been a fan of taking a player above. I've been doing that above Travis Kelce. I've been taking these wide receivers above Travis Kelce. I've been doing that. Travis Kelce at the 6 makes sense to me. Right here, the only person I would see fit is Stephon Diggs. I'll be honest. And Bijan gets selected just like that. Bijan going as the number 2 running back in this class. I guess people love him in Atlanta. People love the Bijan train. I'm doing one of these every day. Some days it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do one today. But nah, it's like every day I get this call and I'm like, nah, I'm trying to do a draft. Like I'm trying to get in one of these. I'm trying to get in one of these every single day, bro. So you know what it is, cause you know how the time goes, and I'm not gonna draft. I'm not gonna, and then it hits me. I'm like, nah, I'm doing one. I'm doing one for sure. This could be the one to propel me. You know, take me to the next level. I'm gonna see in 9 picks. Tony Pollard on my list for sure, but I might hit him off with some wide receivers. To be honest, I might 9 picks. I don't. Tony Pollard's on my list though. Nick Chubb and Tony Pollard. I like them both a lot. I could see Tony Pollard doing some big things next season. I think Tony Pollard's a winner in my book. Jalen Waddle off the board. Someone I was eyeing up heavy, but I'm 5 picks. I would take Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, Chris Olave, Tony Pollard. I like T. Higgins too, but I think I'm gonna value Nick Chubb and Tony Pollard a little bit above. Tony Pollard off the board. Still a fan of Nick Chubb, Patrick Mahomes above the rest. After that, probably Chris Olave. DK Metcalf calling my name, but I think I'm going Nick Chubb. All right, I'll go Patrick Mahomes, Chris Olave. Had to take the Patty. I'm surprised I get Patrick Mahomes that far behind his ADP. I'm excited about that with Justin Jefferson. Good matchup. Now, you could argue, Matt, go Derrick Henry. I could see Derrick Henry being my selection for sure. But I wanted to get another pass catcher that might go over 200 points. It seems like after that, there aren't many. Maybe a DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, a lot of these guys could get 200, no lie. Chris Olave seems like the clear cut number one. With a new quarterback in the system, I think it's going to help him. We're going to have to see how that all works out with the new quarterback, but yeah, heavy eye on the running back position after this. But it's no stressing. I mean, I think Najee is going to be a top finishing running back, so Najee Harris, someone on my list right after this. I mean, if Najee can fall to me in 18 picks, I will be ecstatic. Najee Harris, heavy on my list. Right now it's Derrick Henry all the way. I love the Derrick Henry train. No way that guy follows me. I'll say that right now. Oh no, Derrick Henry. I think that in 17 picks, it's looking like Najee's going to be off the board in 17. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take TJ Hawkinson either. Like that's a close one, but because I already have Justin Jefferson, and it's looking like I'm not gonna get Kirk Cousins because I have such a good quarterback already. I think I'll probably stick with these wide receivers. I think I would go Amari Cooper. This is I mean, in this order, I would take them in this order, except I would take DeAndre Hopkins above DJ Moore. I would. And there have been a lot of talk over the last couple of days that DeAndre Hopkins is now saying he wants to stay. But, you know, Amari Cooper definitely someone on mine. In 11 picks, I just don't see it. I don't see Najee Harris falling to me. So I'm probably going to double up on these wide receivers. No lie. Yeah, it's no way. 10 picks. That's what I want, though. Chris Olave could be that guy. Let's be honest. Like, Chris Olave could be that guy next season. DeAndre Hopkins off the board. Do I go with DJ Moore? That's close, man. I mean, there are two teams with zero running backs. Two teams with zero running backs, and Najee is at the top of the list. I don't see him falling to me. I don't see it. But that would be something, man. I hope TJ Hawkinson's off the board. I'll be honest right now. I hope he's off the board because he's a player, and I want to get a player in my system. Najee Harris gets taken. Just 3 picks away, he gets taken. I could see a case being made for Drake London. I mean, I'm thinking George Kittle already, but all right, I'll go Mike Williams and George Kittle. That's who I'm going to go with. Aaron Jones, big prospect for me. So, you know, if Mike Williams is off the board, I'll go Mike Williams off the board. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones and George Kittle. George Kittle, Aaron Jones. Obviously, you can't be as high on Aaron Jones as some of these other prospects because of him being in a 2 running back system with I almost said Dalvin Cook, not Dalvin Cook. AJ Dillon. Yeah, man. He takes away a lot from Aaron Jones, but also keeps Aaron Jones healthy. So he's a good backup for sure, but it just makes it so Aaron Jones isn't that one workhorse back. You know, they utilize both guys. They're both good players. So Aaron Jones just very might take you for an 80-yard touchdown though. So that's the difference there with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Now I was thinking about Keenan Allen. You know, Keenan Allen could have a 200-point season. We're going to have to see that. And I think these mid-round running backs look real good. All right, Dalvin Cook, Damian Pierce. Me being able to take two players, it is surprising that I didn't go wide receiver in my last selection, given that there were so many talents on the board. I could have definitely seen myself taking a wide out. Because after this, it's a lot of running backs. So 15 picks this area. I might go with the George Pickens, Isaiah Pacheco. We're not to see who's still on the board. And I definitely want to value one of these wide receivers for sure, man. So I grabbed two seltzers, and they both ended up being lime seltzer. One of them is just the Kirkland brand, and the other is Spindrift. And Spindrift is a better seltzer. I'll say that right now. I'm not getting sponsored by Spindrift, but I would happily do it. All right, because Spindrift seltzer, the best seltzer. This Kirkland one's not bad though. Isaiah Pacheco goes off the board, so that's unfortunate. I was really feeling Isaiah Pacheco, me having Patrick Mahomes, but it's looking like that's not the option. On my way back, Kadarius Toney's an option for me. He's gonna have to fall a few picks. I'll say that right now. He's gonna have to fall some, but I would be happy with a Kadarius Toney. I would be. But again, he's going to have to fall massive. He's going to have to fall at least 10 ADP. But as we see right here with Justin Herbert, he's falling about 10. He's falling about 10. I'm anticipating that Justin Herbert's about to be taken, but and if Justin Herbert makes it back to me, I'll feel he gets taken, or Trevor Lawrence for that matter. I mean, I see a lot of zero quarterbacks. There we go. They both go off the board, so I'm feeling good with where I picked. Man, Chris Godwin or Mike Evans? Man, that's a close one. Maybe this is where I double up on running back. Maybe this is where I go. I definitely want Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, Mike Evans. I think that's who I want. Joe Mixon and Mike Evans. Come on, just one away. Here we go. Kadarius Toney off the board. That's unfortunate. He was someone I was eyeing for sure. Able to lock up the Mike Evans, Joe Mixon connection. So I have some big threat guys, wide receiver. I have two running backs who are number ones, clear cut. So it's a good looking draft so far. George Kittle could be that dude this year. It all depends on if he connects, if he meshes well with his quarterback. I might still end up with three tight ends, to be completely honest. I think I'm almost certain that that George Kittle is going to take it to the next level this year. But just to get that security blanket, I might take a tight end if they fall to me ADP wise. Like, for instance, Darren Waller might not be the best example because I know he's about to get taken before me. But if he does make it back to me, I'll take Darren Waller. Evan Ingram, someone who could very well be on the board when I'm selecting, but I think instead I'll go for some playmaker wide receivers. So just anyone following probably 10 picks from their ADP. Maybe probably 20 is the range where it's like, all right, this is the for sure steal if they fall 20 from their ADP. Deshaun Watson goes. Darren Waller goes. I was about to say Jahan Dotson. I like Javonte Williams. I was going to say Quentin Johnson next. So now it gets a little bit interesting. It does. Both the players that I was anticipating would fall to me. They're both off the board. So this is where it gets interesting. Could Jameson Williams be a threat when he comes back? For sure. Like, could he be the dude when he gets back? He was looking good last season, and it's like one game played. But could he really take it to the next level? The running back I wanted falls off the board. I think this is an Alvin Kamara type. I think I set myself back. I think I should do it. I should set myself back by taking Jameson Williams and Alvin Kamara. I'm going to set myself a little bit back, but you just got to hope that the rest of the guys are scoring in the first 6 weeks. But Jameson Williams goes off the board. I like Cortland Sutton. I think Cortland Sutton can take a step up, but he gets. I'm not gonna take. I'll take. I think this is where I take Alvin Kamara. So I'll highlight Alvin Kamara. And do I take James Cook or David Njoku? I could cap it at 4 running backs if I take James Cook. I think it's the last of the top running backs, I would say. James Cook or David Njoku. Michael Thomas on the board, but I already have 2 big threats in New Orleans, so I can't anticipate that. So I'm going to go James Cook as well. And then hope that Pat Freiermuth falls to me, possibly. So now I have 4 top running backs, and I think I'm basically capped at running back, I'll say. What's goody, Ben? We got a regular in the chat. You know what's going on. Man, I just had a tough time choosing between David Njoku and James Cook. And I went with James Cook. Man, that was a tough decision. Because I already had 3 running backs, so it was tough for me. But I'm pretty capped at running back now. I'd say I don't need to draft another running back for the most part. $15 picks away. That's tough range, man. Damian Harris, man, I think he's going to be good in Buffalo. But of course, I already have James Cook, so no real reason to draft him. James Cook, I don't have a lot of stock in James Cook. I don't have many James Cook drafts. I think Damian Harris is going to be real good in Buffalo. I'm going to say it. I think he's going to have at least 120. They look projected 130. So, James Cook, is he the number one back? We're going to have to see. You think James Cook is the number one back in Buffalo? We got to hope he is. I know I already have Patrick Mahomes, but I will go Kirk Cousins if he falls to me. I'll take Juju. Word. I think James Cook could develop into something, but he definitely hasn't shown what he is yet. He has not shown that breakout level. I think maybe I take. Do I reach on a Sky Moore or do I go for a 5th running back? I think maybe I reach on a Sky Moore. I think maybe I take a 5th running back here. I know I was talking about not drafting another one. And I could very well not draft another one. I could go Tyler Boyd, Sky Moore. I could pair them up. Even I could go Dalton Schultz. I could go Dalton Schultz, Sky Moore. Or I could go Devin A-Chain and Sky Moore. So I'll go Sky Moore, Tyler Boyd. That's a tough one, man. I like Cole Kmet a lot too. Cole Kmet was definitely someone I was eyeing. If any of these players fall back to me, it would be Cole Kmet, Khalil Herbert, Adam Thielen, Zay Jones. Probably even put Zay Jones a bit of ahead. Very interesting. All the playmaking tight ends falling before Cole Kmet. Very interesting. So you see the three players on my board right now. DK best ball. What is DK? Cole Kmet gets snagged. I thought he was gonna get snagged at one point, but just tough. Suad DraftKings. Ooh. You know, it's tough. Do I go with Dawson Knox, or Dalton Kincaid? I think definitely one of them is an upside player, but I could go for Dalton Kincaid and say I already have George Kittle. Dalton Kincaid is for later in the season. Maybe he turns into something special. So definitely Dalton Kincaid, someone I'm eyeing up. I think it's either Dalton Kincaid. I don't think I'm gonna go for Dawson Knox, to be completely honest. I'm gonna go for Dalton Kincaid. I think I'm gonna do it. I think Dawson Knox might have a higher scoring season, but this is in the off chance. This is Dawson Knox territory. And then I'll go for guys. Would you like to see Romeo Dubes? Alright, well, I just heard like a ping, so I'm going for both these guys. So I'm going Dalton Kincaid, Romeo Dubes. Still need a third tight end because we don't know about Dalton Kincaid. But So we need one more quarterback. We need one more tight end. One more running back, backup dude, and I'd say two more receivers. That would put me at one, two, four, five, five more picks. So yeah, that's about the range. Yeah, man. I took Dawson Knox one time. Probably my first draft after the draft, and I was still thinking Dawson Knox is still gonna be the touchdown getter there. Like they're gonna work Kincaid into the system, and he's gonna be the higher scoring tight end. But part of me is also thinking like maybe they get equal play time, and Kincaid develops into something a little bit more. His run after the catch is a little bit better. So because of that, man, just gonna give the upside to the rookie they just drafted in the first round. So they want to see him do well. They're gonna try to work him the ball. So I'll just take him as a maybe he develops into the top receiving threat in Buffalo besides Stephon Diggs. So maybe he could be that. That's why I feel like, all right, for sure another tight end. For sure another tight end though. So that's five more players I got to pick, and I have, yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's five more. So here we go. To fill out this roster, we need one more quarterback, one more running back, two more wide receivers. That's four. One more tight end. That's five. Just about ADP, who we can draft, who's going to be there. For me, this is Marquez and Ezekiel Elliott. Or Tyler Higbee. I'll take Tyler Higbee as well. Marquez, Ezekiel Elliott, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyler Higbee. Now, Jawan Johnson, because I would usually take him, but because I already have Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara, I'm going to assume that the ball is not being spread out that much. So at that point, I'm just going to go ahead and go Matthew Stafford. After Matthew Stafford, I don't think he's going to be on the board, but Raheem Mostert, someone I'm high on. Not exactly high on, but I have Ezekiel Elliott above him, but if Ezekiel Elliott's off the board, Matthew Stafford's off the board, and I'm hoping I get Marquez. I was considering drafting him instead of Dalton Kincaid, so if I can come out of this draft with Marquez, I'd be proud. Yeah, I was thinking with George Kittle already in my lineup, it makes some heavy sense. Dalton Kincaid possibly being a later round, later in the season. Josh Allen's popping off. Dalton Kincaid could be that dude. So because he could be that dude, where Dawson Knox was catching tutties here and there, scoring 20-point games. Dalton Kincaid could be doing the same thing, but with the run after catch ability. I think that's later in the season, so that's to see. But I definitely like Dalton Kincaid entering the draft. He was my top tight end by far. So yeah, definitely. Projected score is down by 20 for Marquez. But look, we got our list of players already. There's no stressing. I'm 3 picks away, and there are 5 guys on my queue. Whoever I end up taking, I'm high on them. Next, I think I like Gerald Everett, honestly. Maybe I take a Rashee Rice in this draft. Where is he going? Where is Rashee Rice being drafted? Ezekiel Elliott off the board. That is unfortunate. I was really feeling Ezekiel Elliott. So I'm able to pick up Marquez and Tyler Higbee. Two for sure, guys. 22 picks. I mean, some quarterbacks could be on the board still. I don't think it's going to be Matthew Stafford, unfortunately. Gerald Everett, I'm very high on Gerald Everett, but I think he's sort of like he's either going to do super well or he's going to get like 90 points, but he could have like 120. But Tyler Higbee had close to 120 last season, and yeah, I think Irv Smith is a good option there as well. Irv Smith. Right now, I don't want any part of Trey Lance because I'm worried Trey Lance might. I'm thinking Trey Lance is gonna start. Like I have this feeling Trey Lance is just gonna start over Brock Purdy, but at the same time, I'm so unsure about that quarterback position in San Fran that I don't even want to touch it with this draft. Like I feel like this draft is too good to just say, what if Trey Lance is starting? I already have Patrick Mahomes. Let's get a solid backup in here. Let's get a Kenny Pickett, a Jimmy Garoppolo, a solid guy, you know, some dude. I mean, like a perfect world, Matthew Stafford would have fallen 20 picks, but you know that's not happening. So I'm expecting Trey Lance to be off the board anyways by the time I pick, but definitely someone I feel like I would have to draft three quarterbacks if I go with Trey Lance. Like that's how uncertain I am with San Fran. Jimmy Garoppolo off the board. Right here, I'll say it. I'll go Kenny Pickett, Curtis Samuel, Devin Singletary, Kareem Hunt, big time. Maybe a shot in the dark, Khalil Shakur, someone. But again, where is like Leonard Fournette? Did dude already get drafted? Rashee Rice? Did he already get drafted? People are liking Rashee Rice, bro. People love Rashee Rice, don't they? Where did Rashee? Exactly, and I don't know if I trust in Trey Lance, bro. I don't know if Trey Lance is starting, bro. I really don't. And I like Kenny Pickett a whole lot. Bro, so do I just say that Trey Lance is starting? Do I just assume Trey Lance starts? Because, I mean, look at the ADP. Man, yo, this guy is falling 30 spots. This Trey Lance dude is falling 30 spots, bro. I think he's going to fall to me. I'll be completely honest. I'm going to go with Trey Lance. Just because you're saying that? Oh, shit. I could screw myself over here, or it could really help me because I do have George Kittle. So me having George Kittle, and I love me some Kenny Pickett. So this is tough for me, but I'll go for Trey Lance. All right, I'm doing it. I feel like I shouldn't, but I'm doing it. Damn, I took him over my dude too. So, hey, that's that. Let's go Leonard Fournette here. No, no. Let's go Khalil Shakir. High scoring offense. Ooh, I feel bad for. I can't feel bad for Kenny. I mean, he knows what it is. He knows what's going on. This dude goes and drafts Brock Purdy right after he's like, no, Brock Purdy's the starter. I've heard them talk about Brock Purdy starting, so that would be terrible. It would be terrible if Trey Lance doesn't start. It would be really unfortunate if Trey Lance doesn't start. I'm just gonna say that, but my hopes are there. Ben understands me right now. He understands. All right, so Leonard Fournette. Then I think I'd go for a Chuba Hubbard. This is to finish the draft, so Leonard's not going to be there. Chuba, I don't think he's going to be there. Michael Carter, Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards might be the dude to go with. Ben, I don't think you understand. This is the draft. This is the one, bro. Do you see these players on my team? This feels like for real, bro. Man, I got some players, bro. I got Sky Moore and I have Marquez. Either one of these guys could be pop off, be the number two to Kelsey. Either one. I mean, it might be weeks to weeks where they back off. It's like boom, boom. It's tough, man. I mean, no way Trey Lance just sits on the bench, right? I mean, that couldn't happen. Oh gosh, man, that would be something if he just sits on the bench. I would. Mm, I don't know. All right, get this last running back in here. Just that fifth backup running back. I mean, look, you got a guy who gets production. He's had like the same season 3 years back to back to back. Tyler Higbee. You have an upside rookie. Then you have George Kittle. Like, tight end, that's pretty good. Khalil Shakur could be that number two receiver. We're have to see. I mean, he's for sure the slot guy. So that could be big time. He could be a big time player. Like in some of those games, he could get like 8 receptions for like 80 yards and a touchdown. That would be cool. Marquez could be the number one receiver. Sky Moore could be the number one receiver. Romeo Dubes, that's the number two. There you have it. Tyler Boyd, a number three in a super good offense. And Mike Evans, I might say he's the number one, especially right now. Like you have a couple quarterbacks like trying to find their place in the league and whatnot, and you know Mike Evans, that guy you can just throw it up to and he'll come down with the catch. So his catch radius up there. But definitely they have another cat in Tampa Bay where he's the other dude, real good. So Chris Godwin, he gets open a little bit better. His route running gets him open. But then there's Chris Olave. And all these guys have 5 running backs, so it's looking likely that I get one of these guys. It's looking likely I can get one of these guys. Now that I say that. Oh, Atlanta would be a really good fit for Trey Lance. Whoa, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Atlanta, that makes a lot of sense. Wow, thank you for that, man. And to finish this draft, Leonard Fournette. That's really cool. I'm able to get Leonard Fournette as my last pick and the last pick in the draft. I get a player who I'm high on. I think Leonard Fournette clearly can do damage. So that's great. That's great. I'm really happy with that pick. Now we're about to just look over the draft, my draft board, and call it a draft. Yeah, you know how we do. I definitely feel like this is a strong draft for me. Definitely feel like this is one of my best drafts of all time. If Trey Lance can be a starter, this is my best draft of all time. Of all time. Let's look at it. Completed. NFL Best Ball Mania. Let's go here. Patrick Mahomes, Trey Lance, Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, James Cook, Leonard Fournette. Damn. Those are some big name players. Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave, Mike Evans, Scott Moore, Tyler Boyd, Romeo Dubes, Marquez, Khalil. I mean, you got some players there. Justin Jefferson, Schmack. You know how we do. Tight ends, lock them up. Oh, yeah, Zeke and Lenny, I'm big on them, bro. And Kareem Hunt, too. All good players, but, yo, I got to wrap it up right now. Really hoping that you enjoyed and that you know what it is. This Trey Lance train, I'm riding with it now. Now that I made, with this draft, now that I made the Trey Lance with this draft, yo, Trey Lance. Everybody put your prayers up. We're doing this. We're all in this together now. So, let's do it, all right? Until next time, guys, fucking peace. Love each and every one of you. I didn't even see my hair was like that. All kind of odd like that.